What is semen retention? Semen retention is the lifestyle practice of pursuing greatness by building our personal power, fully embracing our sexuality, and creating the life we want through intentional, direct action. Specifically, in the context of sex, semen retention means choosing not to ejaculate every time you have sex, to retain and harness that energy so you can use it to create anything you want. Semen retention is also the lifestyle practice of being aware of all areas of your life where you lose your energy, and plugging those energetic leaks, so you can be a more effective and powerful human. As men in this society, we are programmed by media to seek instant gratification instead of pursuing greatness. Ejaculation, porn, excess drinking, excess sugar, buying things we don't need, staying up late watching TV, and losing ourselves in social media are all ways that we commonly leak our energy and lose our power. Sexually, most men ejaculate too often, and by doing so they keep themselves in a state of non-peak performance that usually includes brain fog, lethargy, low confidence, and lack of motivation. Excess ejaculations drain us of valuable life force energy that we could use to build the lives we want. Semen retention is about more than just not ejaculating. It's a lifestyle practice that celebrates the generative power of sex, and puts that generative power into action in the world. How is semen retention different from NoFap? NoFap, generally speaking, describes an extended period of time a man chooses to go through where he doesn't watch porn, masturbate or have sex, specifically to reset his sexual response system and come back to his own internal power. NoFap is basically saying no to all things sexual for at least 30 days, to shift that focus onto things that are more important and more likely to create the life you want. This practice is incredibly valuable, and it's especially good for people who are suffering from any addictive qualities related to porn, sex and/or masturbation. The problem with NoFap comes when men want to start engaging sexually again. Because these men have totally closed off their sexual systems, they haven't done any work to intentionally create a healthy, powerful sexuality. All sorts of addictive problems can come back, with new ones too, like premature ejaculation and/or erectile dysfunction because of sexual anxiety. Semen retention fundamentally different from NoFap in that semen retention is a pleasure-inclusive, sex-positive lifestyle practice that sees your sexual energy as a powerfully generative resource that should be celebrated and integrated into your entire life. Semen retention says, yes. Have sex. Fully enjoy it. Let it inspire you. Let it open your heart. Align yourself with it and let fuel the creation of your ideal life. A healthy semen retention practice involves the creation of new sexual and lifestyle habits that support your highest life vision. Semen retention benefits. There are many, and most men experience these benefits even after just 7 days of not ejaculating. Here's a quick list. Increased clarity, increased vitality, increased confidence, improved sex life with your partner. Women will find you more attractive. People will be drawn to you for business and creative collaborations. Your creativity will increase. Your life purpose will become more clear. You'll feel more powerful and alive than possibly ever before. To be transparent, there are no peer-reviewed studies out there right now, so we'll just have to go on the positive first-hand experiences of millions of men, plus the wisdom of the ancient sexual traditions that semen retention comes from. Sexual energy transmutation. What is it? The definition of transmute is to change in form, nature or substance. When you transmute your sexual energy, you are turning your arousal into energy that can be used to fuel whatever you want it to. For example, imagine you wake up early to prepare for an important business meeting. Imagine that at some point in your morning you take a break and have incredible sex with your partner, and instead of ejaculating and letting that energy go, you decide to integrate that heightened sexual energy into your body, mind, spirit. You make a conscious decision to let that energy power up your confidence and your ability to articulate complex concepts in an impactful way that shapes the outcome of your meeting. That is a very practical example of how to transmute sexual energy. It doesn't have to be this super mystical thing. One more thing to consider. In the book, Think and Grow Rich, one of the most popular entrepreneurship books of all time. The author Napoleon Hill devotes an entire chapter to the power of sexual energy transmutation. He doesn't explicitly say to not ejaculate during sex, but he does talk about how building your sexual energy and using it with intention is key to financial success. He says that the most financially successful, and societally impactful, men of our time have figured out how to master this energy. That should be enough to convince you that this is important. Can I practice semen retention if I'm single? Absolutely. It's actually easier to learn semen retention practices by yourself, before getting into a sexual scenario with another person. A practical way to do this would be to not ejaculate every time you masturbate. Instead of ejaculating, visualize moving your sexual pleasure from your penis up into the rest of your body, and pair your visualization with deep breathing. Or, if you're still attached to ejaculating every time you masturbate, just masturbate less frequently. When you step into a practice of semen retention and regularly build your sexual energy without letting it go, people will be more attracted to you. How to cure premature ejaculation. If you struggle with premature ejaculation, you can still practice semen retention. You just have to be willing to put in the work. Part of a healthy semen retention practice is learning to cure premature ejaculation, learning how to last longer in bed. Tantra and Taoist sexuality both have sets of practices you can do for this, and the modern world has come up with some great ones as well. If you're not ready to go into the training, here is one thing you can do right now to improve your ability to last longer in bed. Breathe deeply. Breathe into your belly, down into your pelvic floor. Treat this as a practice, and when you get into the sexual context, make deep breathing a priority. This will improve your ability to last longer in bed. How to have an orgasm without ejaculation. Practice. This is the kind of thing that usually doesn't happen on its own. I can say with 100% certainty that it is possible, though one of the first major steps you can take is to reprogram your beliefs and patterns around what sex is, and what is possible. Seeing this guide is a good step in this direction. You and I have received lots of training from society that has conditioned us to see ejaculatory orgasms as the pinnacle of the male sexual experience. It's not, though. There is a different reality that is more amazing than you can probably imagine. It's like the story of the two guys who went out west who were searching for gold. One man found a small amount of gold, and then called it quits because he believed there was no more gold to be found. The second man decided to stay in that area and dig around a bit more, and after some diligent effort he found one of the biggest gold mines in existence. If you dig deeper into what's possible with sex, I promise you there's a gold mine waiting to be discovered. To have an orgasm without ejaculation, the first step is to find some part of you that actually believes this is possible. If you're not open to this possibility, it probably won't happen for you. The next step, if you're struggling with premature ejaculation, is to learn how to last longer in bed. The third step will involve a decent amount of work. I'm not going to lie to you. It takes time, effort and practice to deprogram all the shit society has fed us about sex and reprogram it with this new material. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. I really do appreciate your support.